And the reality is somebody's going to innovate and disrupt your industry, whatever it is.
Welcome to Concepta Tech. This is our very first video. I'm very excited to receive Tom Capone, our VP of Business Development here. My name is Isla. I will be your host. And hopefully we can bring you some value talking about tech, innovation, and strategy. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you, Isla. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be a part of Concepta's first video and excited to see what we have to talk about today.
Great. I know a lot of people ask you that, but I gotta ask you, are you related to Al Capone?
So you can feel safe. If I am, he left me no money and no connections. So I don't believe we have a relation.
Careful when you go to Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about your leadership role here at Concepta and what's your philosophy as a tech executive?
Sure, I'm happy to talk about that. So at Concepta, I'm the Vice President of Business Development. And with that initiative, I manage marketing, company growth, client satisfaction. And I'll say our philosophy is we really trying as an organization to turn the development industry upside down. The development industry is probably known as like second or third to car sales, as not a fun and reliable and honest industry to live in. And we try really hard to put our clients first, to communicate well, and to really do things differently to disrupt what the industry is doing or has done in the past, and to change the perceptions of an industry that really provides a lot of innovation for us as a business world. We hope to just be different than everybody else that's out there in that way.
Amazing. Thank you. And your LinkedIn profile says that you're a technology strategy and industry disruptor. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, awesome question. Thank you. So as I mentioned earlier, we are trying to disrupt the software development industry. And the reality is technology nowadays, it's no longer just a department in our business. It spreads across all departments, whether it's marketing, operations, of course, IT and sales. Every department relies on technology to some extent. And when we say be an industry disruptor, we say, how do we use technology to change and rethink about the way we do and approach things in our everyday life from a business perspective? And the reality is somebody's going to innovate and disrupt your industry, whatever it is. And the question is, will you be the disruptor or will you be trying to catch up to the disruptors, right? So our vision, and when I say that we're strategists and disruptors, is we try to help companies not only find and uncover how they can change their business to be more efficient, to be more effective, to be better connected to their consumers, but we also try to be innovative and very forward thinking.
Yes, amazing. And the demand for technology is skyrocketing right now. And I think Concepta is a big player in this industry right now. Pretty happy to be part of this amazing family.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an exciting place to be. I agree 100%.
Yes, that's true. What do you think is the biggest mistake enterprises make when partnering up with software agencies and app developers?
Awesome. We deal with these kind of questions every day, right? And this is when I say we're trying to turn the software development industry upside down is exactly it. There's this gap of knowledge sometimes that exists between the developers and the business. And if we don't understand how to communicate and talk about that stuff in a way that makes sense for all the parties involved, there can become a lot of blind spots. 75% of IT projects fail today, according to Gartner IT, right? A very reputable company. And if you think about it, that's a ton of budget because we already said IT expands across many departments. So think about the initiatives that we take that fail, right? And we try to avoid that or to minimize that percentage And we have a much higher success rate than 75% as a company. We're proud of that. I think part of the reason is we believe in to invest in planning and to building a partnership with our clients. And my one recommendation, or the biggest mistake I think I see people make, is whether it's a business, a development agency, or from either side, but committing too early. In software, there's a lot of unknowns. And not only do we have unknowns in the relationship together, but there's unknowns in the needs, right? We're experts in technology, but we're not experts in the business of all of our clients out of the gate. We become experts in their business, but that takes time. And the reality is a lot of people or a lot of organizations are afraid to talk about the investment that comes with planning and to invest that time together and bite off small baby pieces of the projects. But it's so, so important to align expectations, build a plan together, and really crawl together as a partnership before you walk and run. So I think the biggest mistake we see are organizations that just commit too soon, or worse, from my perspective, development agencies that commit too soon and don't have a clear understanding of what is needed. So commit a need that the agency sees, but it's not the same need the business sees. And that becomes a huge misalignment out of the gates and a relationship that's doomed to fail.
Yeah, it's amazing. This percentage of 75% software development failing. And I'm really glad that Concepta can really make this have a different perspective, you know? And what do you think businesses can do today to be more innovative?
Yeah, innovation is key, right? We want to find ways to disrupt our markets, disrupt the world of what we live in. We want to turn our industries upside down. Technology can and will do that, right? Because there is such a high failure rate on IT initiatives, I think a lot of times organizations sometimes approach that by getting or react to that by being reluctant to change and to innovate. And the reality is that we have to have the opposite approach. We have to try more things so we know certain ones will fail, and we have to just learn to fail quickly. There are chances and gambles that we'll take that might not work, recognize when they don't work, and try something else. If you fall down, get up again. The average CTO lifespan of a CTO in a business today is about 2.5 years. And it's probably not because they tried innovating and failed. It's probably more likely that they become stagnant because there's so much risk involved with failing and going too deep down the wrong rabbit hole. So the reality as a company, I think, in order to be innovative, try many things, fail quickly, and when you find that one that succeeds, the payoff is well worth the investment of the previous lessons learned.
That's true. I completely agree. And what do you think is the role of transparency and communication with the client when you're actually committing?
Yeah, awesome. And that's exactly the philosophy that we build our business on here at Concepta, is transparency and integrity. Again, like I mentioned earlier, there's sometimes such a gap in knowledge or understanding of the technology and understanding of the business, to where sometimes IT and the business, they don't talk the same language, even if they're talking in the same language, right? We always believe to communicate early, communicate often, and transparency helps. That's a real partnership. A real partnership is built on honesty, transparency, and a long-term aligned vision, right? So if you want to be true partners, which we strive to be with everybody we work with, the way you do that is by talking about our successes and talking about our challenges as well.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy to have you as a leader in Concepta. So I'd like to thank you for that, Tom. And thank you for this interview. If you don't follow Concepta on social media, please don't forget to like our LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook page. And we'll be releasing new videos very soon. Thank you so much. Till the next time, then, Tom.
Thank you so much, Isla, and I'll pay you for those kind words, the money I owe you. So thank you so much. Pleasure to chat with you today. I look forward to having some more conversations.